special vibrancy in the air. The vibrancy that comes to Williamsport just one day of each year, when the final game of the Little League World Series of 1965 will be played here in the ballpark in Williamsport. The finalists today will be the teams from Windsor Locks, Connecticut, and the first Canadians ever to make the final game, the boys from Stony Creek near Hamilton, Ontario in Canada. Now let's meet the boys who are going to try to bring honor to that brand new beautiful flag of Canada today. Jim Wyckoff. Here's the shortstop, little Ricky Ferroni.
The final game, we probably knew it was a final game, but it wasn't a final game. It was another house league game. That's all. It was just a baseball game.
That's all it was.
To us.
25,000 people watching it.
And they kept it that way to us.
Yeah.
Was it 50,000, 25,000, 50,000? Who knows?
Yeah.
But we never heard the crowd. When we were playing, we didn't hear the crowd. We just did our job. That was the biggest thing.
Okay. Here comes the runner in from third. The first run of the ball game has scored. The runner is down into third. This is an alert ball club, and they're not only have enthusiasm themselves, but their fans are as lively as, I guess we could say, the Mets fans there in New York. Score at the end of 2 full innings of play. Canada 1, and Windsor Locks, Connecticut, nothing.
I remember the game was tight. We were winning 1-0. I think they had a man on first and second.
Yes, they did.
2 out, and the guy hit the ball between Carl Betts and myself. Carl Betts plays third base.
Shortstop, tremendous catch, and what a play, and what a heads-up play that was. Not only was it a beautiful stop, but he came up throwing at third base. It would seem to me a kid 12 years of age making a play like that would become tougher, but not little Ricky. He came up, made the play to third base, and the third out inning. A great play, Jim. Okay, this is the young man who just made that play. What's your name?
Ricky Stone.
Ricky, did you think you had a prayer on that one?
That's fine.
Or did you just leave your feet and dive?
I made the diving catch, which any of the guys in our infield could have made. Got lucky with the ball, came up with it, and threw it to third base, and Carl was right where he was supposed to be, like we practiced all the time. And the guy was out and ended the inning, so they would have scored 1 run there. It would have been a tie game.
Batter is prolific with the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes now. That's a hard fly ball to center field. Is it close? It is a home run. Connecticut, trailing by 1-0, with 1 stroke with a big bat. Dale Ripley has taken the lead at 2-1 in the top of the 4th.
We never lost, so we didn't know what it was to lose.
We're going to go behind, so this was kind of not
behind, right? So, but when that final out did come out, I think somebody struck out, right? And I can remember I was coaching third base and walking across the field, and it threw my helmet down. And you're saying, wow, we lost. Like, you never lost. Didn't know what it was to
Didn't know what losing was.
Didn't know. Had no idea.
That's it. The ball game is over. Okay, well, there are the kids from Connecticut who have just won the Little League World Series Championship.
You know, the game's over, we lose, walking off the field, get to the dugout, tears in our eyes, and sitting there with Dougie McKay, probably we're on the bench too, and Bert comes over, Mr. Kerrigan, and he says, wipe those tears away. Remember that? And he says, you're champions. He says, you get out there. And as we're walking from the dugout to the outfield fence to see our parents who are waiting, our mums, and our dads, it was a hell of a time. And, boy, I'd love to do it all again.
We can't take anything away from the losing team and from Little League Baseball. Did you notice the way that these kids are lining up, congratulating the winners, and then although with tears streaming down their face, went back to their own dugout? I think this is a tribute. They've learned how to lose, and I think it's going to help them. And perhaps it's going to help us, too. We just took a page out of Little League book and play hard, do the best we possibly can. When it's over, we go congratulate the winner and say, next time, we're going to beat you. I congratulate them for the fine job they did.
It was pretty special back then to think that what we achieved 50 years later, you hope, and I really do, and I think we both do, say that Canada should win it one day. And but you never forget where you come from, because if you do, then you don't know where you're going. And this is where we come from, Stony Creek, baseball haven of Canada, right here.
Great Canadian baseball.